Hello and welcome to MillionaireDropout.tv. My name's Dominic Frisby and today I'm talking to the man behind Millionaire Dropout TV. He is Vince Stanzione. Vince is a very interesting guy. He's a serial entrepreneur, a financial trader, and he's an author as well. He's just written a new book called The Millionaire Dropout, and for the next 10 minutes or so we're going to be talking about it. So Vince, why don't we start, why don't you just give us a couple of minutes of background about yourself so that people can get to know who you are and how you came to be.
Great to be here, Dominic. Okay, well, I basically come from an Italian immigrant family that came to the UK. I wouldn't say I'm the most sort of academic of students, and pretty much I've started my first business when I was 11 years old, which was selling software, computer games for the ZX Spectrum on cassettes at that time. And my idea of going to school was great because I could sell stuff to the other kids and sell stuff to teachers.
Captive market.
Captive market. So my background really is business from a very young age. My father had hairdressing shops and I hated hairdressing, but I still helped out in the shop. I used to also do the payroll and various other bits and pieces for him. So I've pretty much been working all the way from leaving school. Now, my first job, because I didn't want to stay on and go to uni and all the rest of it, I worked for a bank called NatWest in London for the foreign exchange, and as a junior, basically. So I was just a runner, and that was on the grand salary of £100 a week. That's about $150, doing all the awful jobs, getting the lunches, changing the rolls in the telex machines as it was at the time. I basically built my way up, worked for some various companies, made a lot of money, thought I knew everything, and lost it all in the 1987 crash. So then started again basically from zero. I started various little jobs, sort of commission only, just to tie me over, and I started a little business basically in car phones as they were at the time. If you remember the old big bricks and cellular phones in America, I built up a business there from scratch and sold that in 1990, and then from there moved on to basically where we are today.
Okay, so tell us about the book, Vince. Why did you write the book?
Okay, I wrote the book because I just wanted to pass something back. It certainly isn't to make money, Dominic, because you don't make a lot of money out of a book, and I've already had the success as well. It was for people that maybe work for somebody else or have been a bit down on their luck, or they're just fed up of the normal commute, the 9 to 5. Because the subtitle, you know, the book is The Millionaire Dropout, and the subtitle is basically, you know, fire your boss. Basically, do what you love, because I think most people aren't doing what they love, and reclaim your life. And it's a way of starting to think differently about the way you're paid. You know, most people make their money by the hour, or they have to turn up in their job and work so many hours. Whereas my thinking is, what about if you had a product, a book, a DVD or whatever, which you made X amount of money from, which now, you know, with the internet, things like Amazon, things like eBay, you know, you can sell these products and stand on the shoulder of giants. So really, you know, anybody now can publish their own book or have their own product or have their own TV channel with YouTube. So that's basically what the book is about.
Okay, now it falls into kind of 3 sections, if you like, and I'd like to talk about the first section, which very much focuses on your psychology, on taking control of your life again. And you talk about decision making and systems of decision making. You talk about almost reprogramming your mind into a kind of focusing on targets and focusing on positives. So why don't we discuss the kind of the psychological aspect of reclaiming your life? Yeah, it's interesting. You know, like in trading or in business, people just want to know, how do I set up a business, or how do I make money trading? But the truth is, Dominic, a lot of this all comes down to psychology. And if you're not in the right mindset, I can give you all the tools and all the tips you want, but you've got to be in that right mindset. And people are not stupid. You know, they see if you're trying to fake it or if you're not in the right frame of mind. So the first section, as you say, is really getting your sort of head almost in order, and that's what, you know, the section that I go through: beliefs or limiting beliefs, what's happened in the past. Because, you know, look, my life hasn't been all straight up. You know, people say, oh, you're an overnight success. Well, yeah, I'm a 25-year overnight success, you know, and people just want to focus on certain bits. But of course,
there's plenty of ups and downs, and the first section really is dealing with those ups and downs and success.
Okay, one of the things that stuck in my mind was the idea of the success file.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell us what that is?
Okay, well, the success file basically is, you know, we're all going to get times when we're going to get dragged down. Things are going to happen to us, you know, family members or whatever are going to pass away, or you're going to have breakups or arguments with girlfriends, wives, whatever. And the success file basically is a shoebox, or whatever you want to do it, where you put things that have basically helped you in the past, or things that you've been successful. And I don't care whatever, whether you've passed a driving test, you're swimming 100 lengths or whatever, you know, you put successful things that are positive in there. Because I've seen sometimes, you know, when people are down, they basically put on sad music, which is the last thing that you want to do.
So it's a way of re-triggering the positive sentiment.
Exactly.
Very good. Now, moving on to the second section of the book, which is the section actually about making money. Why don't you? The main theme there that I got was sacking your bosses and you know, setting up your own business, and you were particularly keen on the idea of mail order.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'm not saying to anybody watching this, go and quit your daytime job straight away. The beauty of the businesses that I talk about in the book is that you can do them on the side. So go off and do your 9 to 5, 9 to 6 job, you know, take a couple of hours out, eat, do whatever, and then in the evenings you can start building up a business. And the reason why I like the mail order business, and you know, more and more now mail order is via the internet, it's something that you can set up and you don't need to be there. So say, for instance, you write a book or produce a DVD, a how-to book or DVD, or even if you're selling a product, these are things that you can do in the evening or at the weekends, and most of this can now be automated. So let's say, for instance, there's a certain market that you find in dog collars, let's say, and you buy these dog collars wholesale at £5 and you sell them on eBay for £8, £9. Well, that can all be automated, and it can all be done while you're still doing your daytime job. So that's why I like that business.
Can I just say, I say this as someone who's part Italian. Yeah. You are a typical Italian in that all Italians that I've ever known have always done about, you know, they've had one job and they've done a couple of things on the side. They end up doing about 3 or 4 different things. I guess it's where of course, it's where the Renaissance man originally came from. The final section of the book is managing your money once you've made it and saving money.
And I think that's going back to the Italian thing as well. Nobody pays full sticker price, you know, you must be mad. So what we're talking about there, things, hints and tips that I've learned along the way, because people say, oh, you're rich, you don't need to ask for a discount. Well, the reason I'm rich is because I asked for a discount. Don't be afraid to ask. You know, there's a lot of people that are so scared to ask. What's the worst that's going to happen? They say no. And if I'm not talking about being rude, but I'm talking about asking nicely. And what I do in that section, I talk about how you can fly first class or business class at very reduced rates, how you can get designer dresses or suits at very low prices, how to get discounts on insurance, cars, credit cards, all sorts. How to travel first class for less. So the bottom line is, you know, how to make your money go further. Because I've seen people that earn a lot of money, but they also spend a lot of money as well. And then I've seen people who earn less and have a really good lifestyle because they're clever at, you know, making that money go further.
Okay, very good. So one more time, Vince, the book is called, tell us, when is the book out? Who publishes it? How can we buy it?
The book is published by Wiley. It's out now. It's called The Dropout Millionaire. You can get it from Amazon or any of the local bookshops. And as I say, it's available now worldwide.
Very good. Well, Vince Stanzione, thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. Once again, the book is called The Millionaire Dropout, and you should buy it now.